What's up guys, welcome back to the Good View Woodworks channel. My name is Nathan, and in this video we're going to go over how to sand and buff an epoxy finish to get it back to its shine, especially if you got a bug or some trash that landed in it. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to show you how to fix it. If you would do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button and the share button so you can share this with your friends. If you have any questions, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Okay guys, so we got some water in this mixing cup here, and I have a sheet of wet, dry 400 grit sandpaper. We'll start with 400 grit and we'll work through the grits, okay? Now, I'm gonna see, I don't know if you can see this on camera. I'm gonna try to pick it up. But you can see where a bug landed. I don't know, it's hard to see. Right in this area, it landed and it fluttered and went all the way down. So it's like a trail. There you go. Right here. It's a trail that runs here. And then a big spot in the middle right here. Yeah, so kind of hard to see on the camera, but come on, that was almost perfect, right? I'm gonna show you how to fix it. So I'm gonna go grab a block of wood so I can wrap my sandpaper around it and give myself a flat reference area to make this table flat, okay? All right guys, so we're just gonna keep our sandpaper in the water here. Got some nice warm water. And I'm gonna go ahead and sand this surface so that you guys can see, okay? Get some more water here on the surface. Water keeps it from the sandpaper from building up dust. Always got to make sure to keep our surface wet. Right, and we're pretty much going to do that until it's perfectly flat. And the way that you know it's going to be flat is when we dry this off, you'll see a spot that's not cloudy. It's going to still be shiny, and that's how you know that you got it perfect. Okay, so now that we've sanded with 400 with our block, a little block right here, we're going to go ahead and wipe all this off. Wipe all the slurry off, clean it up, and we'll move on to 500 grit, which I have here. These are called Abralon discs. They go on an orbital sander. But if you see here, I've got 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. and 4,000. So we'll work our way all the way through the grits, wet sanding as we go, and remember to wipe the dust when we're done. That way we can get this thing nice and smooth. Okay, we used our paper towel to wipe it all down, and you can see the hazy spots, but if you look closely, you can see some shiny spots, like right there, some right here. If you see this, you know you have not gone deep enough. Couple here, so we'll have to work with our 400 here until this is no longer glossy in the middle. See, this is good here, this is glossy, but see here, need to work in this area a little bit. Same here, here. And this is pretty good. No gloss there. Right there. Need to do some more. So you can see it shimmer when I walk back and forth. So we got to keep going with 400 until all that's done. All right, guys, so as you can see, we wiped all the stuff down. We sanded to 400. So you can see how scratchy, hazy it is, but it's all nice and flat. I threw some water on here. I threw 500 grit Abralon disc on here, and we're gonna go ahead and start sanding with this. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna go back and forth, make sure it stays wet, and we'll work up through the grits. We got 500. Next will be 1,000, then 2,000, then 3,000, and finally 4,000 before we get to polishing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. Now I'm not gonna show every single one. I'll show the sanding of every single one. I'll show like the finish after wiping it off, but it's the same process every single time. So we'll just sand. I'll show you how hazy it looks and what it looks like, and then we'll move on to the next. All right. Okay, we just wiped it down, and now you can see what it looks like with after 500 grit. So it's a little less hazy, as you can tell. A little bit less hazy. Nice, it's getting really smooth. Really like those Abralon pads. All right, so next step is 1,000 grit. Now, I got some polish right here. It's called Malco True Polish. And this product says that we can reduce scratches. It says it's remove scratches of 1,000 grit. So we might not have to go all the way to the 4,000. I think I might bump it up a little bit. Maybe go 2,000 instead of just 1,000. But yeah, so actually it says uses advanced technology to remove 3,000 grit and finer. I was wrong, 3,000 grit. So we don't have to go to the 4,000. We got to go to 3,000. So we're gonna hit the 1,000 now, then 2, then 3. All right. Sorry about that. All right, guys. So now you can see after 1,000 grit, the sheen. See what 1,000 grit looks like. It's crazy because it's getting just a little bit more shiny or less foggy every time we do it. So now we are on to 2,000 grit. Okay, we just finished with 3,000 grit and it's dry. As you can tell, it's still hazy, but look at that. I mean, you can still see all the way through now. So this is all completely dry. It's awesome how it even has a little bit of a shine right here. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, this is 3,000 grit. Now we are ready to use our polish. I mean, this is actually True Polish. Sorry about that. Maybe I grabbed the wrong one earlier. Here's True Grit. That's what I should have been using. So yeah, here's the True Grit. This is what I need to be using. So we're gonna take this over the whole table, the heavy duty compound, and we're going to buff the whole tabletop to make it nice and shiny. All right, these two go together. Here's the true polish. This is for a P3000 grit, so I know we went a little crazy on it, but what I'll do is we're going to take this, go over the whole table, and then we will take this and go over it again with the polish, right? All right, just so you know, the true grit only goes to, you only have to go to 1000 for that. I read the wrong bottle, so if you look back in the video, I was just reading the wrong bottle. But great products, I can't wait to use it. All right, guys, so now it's finally time for the true grit, which is the compound. It removes sanding scratches. This is not the polishing part yet, but I did start a little section. Now, if you see, this is kind of cloudy. You can kind of see the line. Well, right here, I've already done a spot, and you can see how much more shiny it is. Now, it's still not polished, but it looks much better than this. It's got rid of some scratches. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our polisher, our buffer, and we're going to put a little bit of this true grit on here, just a little bit. It says a 2-inch circle for a 2 square foot section, and we're going to turn on to like 1800 RPM, and then we'll just go back and forth with this wool pad. Now this is like the fake wool pad. When we go to use the polish, we'll get a real wool pad, much better quality one, to do the final finish. Okay, so this is the second to last step before we get done with this table. All right, here we go. Now look, you can already see that was what? Just a couple of minutes? Look at the difference where I stopped and where I polished. This is not even the final one. Look how nice that looks. See, much more cloudy over there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish buffing this table out, and then we'll get on to the polish, okay? All right, so we already got it. We're on the last step. We got the compound done, and we're gonna take some isopropyl alcohol and we're gonna wipe off the compound before we move on to the polishing pad. Alrighty. Right, now it's on to the old polish here. Okay, it says apply 1-inch dab of true polish to a 2 foot by 2 foot section and spread with the pad before initiating rotation. Buff at speeds 1200 to 1800. Recommended buffing speed is 1400 RPM. So, got a little bit. Man, look at that. You can see the spot that I did. See the spot that's hazy versus the spot that I just did. It's looking really nice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this table up, Next time you see it, we're gonna deliver this bad boy. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you want to see some more videos, try clicking one of the links right here or right here. And that way you can watch some more stuff from Goodview Woodworks, and hopefully you can learn a little bit too. All right, thanks for hanging out with us.